Hi everyone, how you doing? This video, what encouraged me to do it was, I was talking to an old work colleague the other day and I was saying how's things. He went, oh, you know, we're too busy, it's this, it's that. And it just reminded me of being back in England doing that job. So I'm going to compare London, UK, because that's where I'm from and that's where I worked before I came here, to Thailand. Now, I know they're very different places, but all I wanted to do really was to highlight what London has to offer, the UK, and Thailand. So I just wanted to put it in perspective and kind of highlight the reason I'm here, really. So I've got some bullet points. So first of all, the weather. Well, I mean, that's a given, isn't it? You know, you've got the weather all year round here. I think the coolest you're going to get in this part of Thailand, it's kind of 28 degrees, there or thereabouts. And then it can get up to the 40s in the summer. So that's the weather you're looking at on an everyday basis. So, you know, there's no getting up, looking out the window to see what shall I wear today. It's going to be t-shirt and shorts, unless you're going out somewhere special. Even if it's raining, I mean, you might need a raincoat, but it rains for about an hour and then stops, give or take. So the weather is a big factor. And I know people that are, shall we say, not very well, and they move to warmer climates. I know people that have moved to Tenerife because of that reason, and also in Thailand for the same reason, because they need the warmth for their muscles and joints. But that's just an example. Cooking at home, I used to do a lot of cooking at home. I didn't used to go out unless I had family or friends visiting, and then we'd go out for a meal somewhere. But other than that, I used to cook at home. I had my air fryer, I had my slow cooker, etc. And I used to enjoy it. Here in Thailand, it's completely different. Although I do cook very, very occasionally, I must say, it's just so cheap to eat out. So if you like Thai food, then you're gonna go out and have a Thai meal for no more than £2, to be honest. Let's even push the boat out and say £2.50 for a proper, nice Thai meal. Depending on where you go, of course, but the same as in the UK, you know, you can go to the backstreet cafe and have a nice meal, or you can go to the Ritz. So it works the same way, guys. It really does. But yeah, cooking at home is, for me here, very minimal now. Environment, behaviour and culture. Yeah, the environment is just, sorry, I'm going to put this hat on because I keep catching the sun and not realising I'm catching it. The sun's not even out, but it doesn't matter. So environment, it's just a much better environment, even though I love London with all my heart. Just to walk around London and be a part of that history is an overwhelming feeling, and it never stopped for me. I love it. But here you have the culture side, you know, the religious side, the Buddhism that, you know, I don't know, 95% of Thai people practice, and you respect their religion, and there's a lot of respect here. They're very kind, giving people. That's the men and the women. You know, I find that a lot. Whereas in the UK, it's a different, they call it the rat race, don't they, in London? You know, everyone's got somewhere to be, and they've got to be there fast. It seems everyone's in a hurry, you know, especially when you go into public transport realms, but we'll get onto that in a minute. But environment aspect, you know, just a journey around Thailand. I'm not talking about Pattaya, this is just where I live, and I've chosen it for now because it's very central for me, and it's better the devil you know kind of thing. But Thailand for me is places like Krabi, which is where I'm going to next week. You know, that's the real Thailand. That's the breathtaking islands you see, the turquoise seas, the white sand. You don't get that in Pattaya. But then Pattaya is not that kind of place. It's more of a nightlife place. But again, environment-wise, I live in a nice, quiet area, so I'm out of Pattaya, which is nice. I might go and visit Pattaya town once every fortnight, not even. Do you know what? I'll be honest. The only time I go there now is if I have friends over, and that's what they like doing. I might go and join them and have a few beers. But other than that, I've got Netflix at home. I've got, you know, all the movie channels. I've got everything I need. So I still like going out, having a beer, but just to my local. I feel safe there. I know everyone there. So as far as going out terms, I go out a lot more here than I did in London, UK. I didn't go out hardly at all, really. Again, only if friends and family visited. So yeah, that's where I am on there. And public transport, as I brought up earlier, you know, the public transport in London, UK it's just, trying to get a cab is one thing, and then, I mean, I used to do my food shopping in Canary Wharf. As the crow flies, mile and a half from where I lived. And I used to get in a black cab because it was more convenient, and it would cost me anything between £10 and £12, which is an absolute joke. If I got an Uber, if I wanted to wait 20 minutes because Canary Wharf was so busy, it might cost me £8. Well, here, you do the same journey, it might cost you 90 pence. You know, I know we're in a different country and it's cheaper here, but it's putting it in perspective, guys, one of the reasons why I'm here. You know, it's very important to know that those little things, you know, I can get a taxi to my local, a taxi back, have a few beers, and it'll cost me just over £5. So that's the difference. That's why I go out more here than I did at home. Going out more or less, yeah, so I go out a lot more. don't get me wrong, when I went out in London, I had my favourite places. The Ned is my absolute favourite. Oh, just what a place. But you're paying like £12, a little bit more, per drink, you know. But again, it goes back to environment, what you're happy with. So we'll finish it off really with quality of life. Because going back to the beginning of the video, when I spoke to a work colleague, you know, he's still under pressure, he's still got targets to meet, he's busier than ever. He doesn't have me with him now. There was two of us kind of running the show in the UK. And he's on his own really. He still has help, but as far as management goes, he's feeling the pressure, and you know, it just reminded me quality of life again. My decision to move here, it was a hard decision that I didn't take lightly, but a decision I had to make, and I think I chose the right one. Life is good. Guys, it's 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm melting. Absolutely melting. I'm not complaining because I've already said in this video about the weather. But what I find when you're on your motorbike, you've got that constant breeze. But when you walk or stand still, that's when you feel the temperature in all its glory, you know. That's why I don't do as much walking now, but I go to the gym 6 days a week now, which I love. I get up every morning 6 days a week and I do an hour, as I did this morning, and I'm really loving it. I'm in the 16 stones now. And don't forget, for those that have been following me, towards the end of last year, I was 21.5 stone. So life's good. Life is what you make it. Keep striving towards where you want to go. Surround yourself with positivity. Don't entertain negativity, which is what I'm trying to push out, and it's becoming easier and easier the more time I spend here. And follow your dreams, follow your goals. You know, if you can't do it overnight, then make a plan, you know, step by step, and you'll get there. I'm always following the dream. I never stand still. I always strive to do better. So, you know, that's all we can do. I said to my dad before he died, you know, I wish I was half the man he was, and I can only be the best person I can be, and that's all he ever wanted. So, guys, going to finish it here. The quality of life, that is the final thing, and I have it. I get up each morning, I go to the gym, which I love, I shower, I have my protein shake, I'm set up for the day. You've got this on your doorstep, which is amazing, and I'm going to be doing some more traveling. So Krabi next week, got my daughter over, I'll get her on camera. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching this one. It was just a little comparison because of chatting to my friend and colleague back in the UK. It just boosted me to give you my insight of Thailand, London, UK. So guys, thanks for watching. If you do enjoy this content, give us a thumbs up. Love to Luke, Mia, Mum and Sis, and I'll see you on the next one.